So on this video, we are going to be talking about something really important if you are a pig farmer, and that is the cases of tail biting. Your pigs biting their tails, and of course this could lead to mortality if care is not taken. So this is what this video is going to be all about. One of the very serious problems that most pig farmers encounter in their farm is the issue of tail biting. Your pigs biting their tail. Now, one thing about tail biting is that if care is not taken, it could lead to mortality in your pig farm, because the more their tails are being beaten, the more sick they get due to the things that will happen after their tails are beaten. So there are some things that you do in your farm that make your pigs to bite their fellow pigs' tail. And this is what today's video is going to be all about. Now, the very first thing that causes pigs to bite their tails or to bite their pen mates' tails is overcrowding. When your pigs are overcrowded, they tend to always bite their tail, because of course the more crowded the pen is, the more they will fight, the more they will compete for food, the more they will compete for water. Even at this stage, they are ready to bite each other's tail. Even at that stage, they are ready to bite each other's tail, because that is how pigs behave. They tend to be aggressive most times. So this is why you have to make sure that your pigs are well spaced, that they are comfortable in their room. Now, the next thing that could make your pigs to start biting their tails is heat stress. When the environment they are in, or when they experience too much heat. One of the things that pigs hate the most is heat. Anything that will heat up their body temperature. As you all know, pigs don't have sweat pores, so there is no way they can cool themselves once they start heating up. This is why we always make provisions for bath, for water baits, which is where they take their baits. So once your pigs start experiencing heat stress, they'll become aggressive. They'll start fighting, and from fighting, they'll start biting their fellow pig's tail. And also, once you notice that your pigs are having heat stress, they have to start looking for ways to make sure that your pigs are receiving fresh air in their rooms. As you can see, all these places are fresh air. Even the plantain leaves are dancing to the fresh air, because a lot of fresh air are in the farm, because we made here to be well ventilated for the pigs. There is no way pigs on this farm can experience heat stress, because the fresh air is coming directly to their pen. Now, the next thing that could cause heat stress is putting pigs of different sizes in one pen. When you put pigs of different sizes, the bigger ones will try to bully the smaller ones. This is how pigs behave. And of course, you all know what will happen from bullying. They'll start fighting them. And from fighting them, they'll start giving them injuries, which usually occurs in the ear, or at the ear, or on the ear, and on the tail. So when pigs are fighting, they always target their fellow pig's ear and the tail, which will result to them biting their tails. So this is why you must make sure that all the pigs staying in one pen are of the same sizes, so that even if they fight, they can be able to defend each other. Unlike when a pig weighing 100 kg is in the same room with a pig weighing 20 kg, if they fight, you know that is suicide. That pig will have no chance. We have no chance fighting the pig of 100 kg. So this is one thing that you must do at your farm. Sort your pigs according to their sizes. Sort them so that even if they fight, they can withstand each other's weight and each other's strength. Now, the fourth thing that could make your pigs to start biting their fellow pig's tail is when you leave a sick pig in that pen. One of the very first things you should do when you notice that a pig is sick in a pen is to separate it, because pigs have a way of bullying the smaller or the weaker one in that pen. Once pigs notice that there is a weak pig in that pen, they will gang up against it. This is pigs' nature. This is their nature. Once they notice that there is a weak one amongst them, they will gang up against that one, especially when the feed and the water there is scarce. They want to eliminate that one. This is one thing you guys don't know about pigs. They are very territorial. They are very aggressive when it comes to fighting for space, fighting for food, and fighting for water. They will try their best to eliminate that sick one, either by fighting it or by giving it injury. So this is why once you notice that a pig is sick, remove it from that place, remove it from that pen, keep it separate, isolate it, else it's going to get worse. So always do this, else they'll start fighting that pig, and from fighting it, they'll start biting the tail or start biting the ears. And before you know it, you wake up one morning come to your farm and your pig is dead. In fact, this is one of the reasons why you could come to your farm early in the morning and you see your pig that is dead, because you did not remove it when it was sick. Then other pigs, especially in the night, they will gang up against it and keep fighting it because they don't want it to eat that same food with them or drink that same water with them, which is scarce. So this is why no matter what, you must make sure that your pigs have enough space, enough food, and enough water. Else, they'll start fighting. Now, the fifth reason that could lead to tail biting in pigs is inadequate food and water. As you all know, the primary needs or the essential needs of pigs is water and food, and then of course space. Now, when these things are not in adequate quantity or in adequate supply, they are going to fight for it. You all know these are animals. They have the embodiments of animals. They have the characteristics of animals. And one of the things about animals is that they can easily get aggressive against each other when their essential resources are lacking. Just like human beings too. When human beings have to compete for food and water, when it's scarce, we tend to fight. It's same thing with animals. Once there is inadequate food and water, they will start fighting. So this is why you must make sure that your pigs have adequate food and water. Else, it will lead to a fight. And from fighting, of course, there will be tail biting and there could be mortalities. Now, the next reason, which is the sixth one, why your pigs could be biting their fellow pig's tail is boredom. Pigs are very playful animals. They always try to get themselves busy. Now, when they are bored, one of the things they do is they start looking for ways to keep their mouth busy. They'll start looking for their fellow pig's ears or tails to bite, which will lead to tail biting. So this is why you must have a chain. We don't have it on this farm because we don't experience much of tail biting, because they have all these things in adequate supply. They have enough space, they have enough water, they have enough food. In fact, as you can see how big this pen is, the maximum pigs I can put here is 5, because they don't have to compete for space. They don't have to compete for food or water. This leads to little occurrences of tail biting. So that's why I don't have the chain here. So when your pigs are bored, when they don't have anything to eat or put their mouths on, they'll start looking for their pen mates' tails and ears to bite. So this is why you must make sure you have all these things in adequate supply. Else your pigs will get bored. When there is no food, they'll get angry, they'll get bored and start looking for their fellow pigs' ears or tails to bite. But when they're always eating, show this here. But when they're always eating, when they always have food available to eat, they can never get bored. When they have water to drink, they can never get bored. So this is why you must have all these things in essential quantities. Else, it will lead to tail biting. So this is basically the 6 reasons why you experience tail biting in your pig farm. Once you put all these things in consideration, trust me, you will hardly experience tail biting in your pig farm, just like I hardly experience here. So that's basically it on today's video. Subscribe to the channel, let me know your questions in the comment section, and see you guys in the next video.